We're going to explain how to create unique identifiers in Excel. There are several ways to do this depending on your needs and the complexity of your data. 1. Using the row function. This is the simplest method for creating a unique identifier, especially if your data is in a single column. The row function returns the row number of a cell. So if you enter X row in cell A1 and drag it down, each cell will display a unique number corresponding to its row. This works well for simple lists where you don't need to worry about gaps or deleted rows, but it relies on the data remaining unchanged in its location. 2. Combining row with other identifiers. For more robust uniqueness, combine the row function with other data. For example, if you have data categorized by names in column A, you can create a unique identifier in column B with a formula like A1N and a row N. This concatenates the name in cell A1 with an underscore and the row number. This approach is better because if you insert or delete rows, the numbers still remain unique for each individual entry relating to that row's A column data. 3. Using the rand function for temporary identifiers. The rand function generates a random number between 0 and 1. While this can be used for creating seemingly unique identifiers, it's important to understand that there's a, though extremely small, possibility of duplicates. To make this more robust, you can multiply it by a large number, say 1,000, and then use the int function to get a whole number. Then concatenate it with something else for a unique identifier. You can then format it as text to avoid issues with Excel's automatic formatting of numbers, which may affect uniqueness. However, it's not suitable for persistent identification since it changes every time the worksheet is recalculated. This method is better suited for scenarios like temporary identification codes for a simulation or internal testing. Using a VBA macro for complex scenarios. For extremely large datasets or situations requiring more control over the identifier format, a VBA macro offers the most flexible solution. You could write a macro that generates a unique alphanumeric code based on various criteria, timestamps, or hashes. This allows more complex unique identifiers, but requires programming skills. You can make the macro generate codes with a specific length and incorporate data from multiple columns to ensure uniqueness. This option also helps manage uniqueness across multiple sheets. 5. Using Excel's built-in features with limitations. While Excel itself doesn't have a dedicated Create Unique ID function, you can leverage its features to achieve this by selecting data, copying, pasting as values, and then sorting it. This process could be used to find potential duplicates, which you could then resolve. This method would be a supplementary action, but not to create fully unique IDs without extra steps and manual intervention. Remember to format your unique identifiers as text to prevent Excel from inadvertently changing them. Choosing the right method depends entirely on your specific needs. For simple temporary identification, the row function or rand might suffice. For more robust and permanent identification, combining the row function with other data or using a VBA macro is recommended.